Hey everybody, I'm Zach.
And I'm Jesse.
You're watching Tesla Time News.
Episode 458.
On Now You Know. So one of the things we learned from Tesla's Q1 2025 earnings call is that the Model 3 and Y that are now being delivered in the US are now being built with 100% US built battery packs.
That's really good news when it comes to any possible negative effects on tariffs.
We also learned that Tesla vehicle production is no longer battery restrained.
That means that while Tesla's energy division, like the Powerwalls and Megapacks, they remain constrained by how many batteries Tesla can make or get their hands on, but Tesla's vehicles are not.
And I think this is really good news. And another tidbit that came out of the earnings call that gets overlooked because everyone's so focused on the fact that their earnings that quarter were low.
And we learned from the earnings report and the call that Tesla's semi-truck and Cybercab production lines are on track for volume production next year.
Now, this may seem like a small thing, but it's actually a big deal. Staying on schedule for the Semi, for example, means building an entirely new factory in Nevada next to the Gigafactory there. And Tesla is on schedule not only in its construction, but all the things that come after that, like setting up all the production lines within the factory. That's no small feat.
But Tesla is getting really good at doing this after having done it many times before at gigafactories and megafactories around the globe.
Now, Tesla's semi-truck is going to completely disrupt the trucking industry in North America and Europe, but no one talks about it on the earnings call. I think it's because they don't really know about it, just like analysts never really talked about FSD until recently.
And then it's only certain analysts who actually drive the damn thing.
Exactly. And even when they do talk about it, you can tell that many of the analysts have either not experienced it yet or only at like a 4-minute demo drive.
They just don't understand that, as Elon said during the earnings call, it's like other auto manufacturers are still making flip phones when they should be making smartphones.
And unlike the Cybertruck, that was a very challenging vehicle to build, right, with folded stainless steel panels, etc., the Cybercab has been designed to be built with fewer steps.
As Tesla begins manufacturing Cybercab next year, they're going to completely blow past other automakers in terms of production speed and demand for this revolutionary product.
And can I just say, we are just a couple months away now from when and where the revolution is going to start. Austin, Texas. Austin will be where we all get to experience a dramatic change in how humans get around, and I still can't believe that it's happening as we speak. Hey, thanks to Ritual for sponsoring this episode.
Ritual's products bring high-quality nutrient support across your body.
We both take Ritual multivitamins, Essential for Men 50+,
and Essential for Men 18+. Essential for Men 18+ is a clinically backed, clean, high-quality multivitamin for men 18 to 49 to help fill key nutrient gaps in your diet.
Let's be honest, I'm not a perfect eater, but it is easy to add this healthy step to my daily routine. Just 2 capsules a day that are delay released so you can take them with or without food.
Essential for Men 18+ is USP verified, a third-party quality certification that sets one of the highest bars for product transparency. Less than 1% of multivitamins have earned this mark.
And Ritual is made traceable, meaning they share where key ingredients come from and why they're there, so you know what you're putting in your body, because not all ingredients are created equal.
I really like that it's subscription-based, so you never run out.
Plus, Ritual is vegan-friendly, non-GMO certified, gluten-free, and formulated without major allergens.
Ritual also has a range of products for gut health, sleep, stress, protein, and more.
Subscriptions ship free and come with a 30-day money-back guarantee.
Cover your bases with Ritual. For 25% off your first order of Ritual, use our code NYK25 at the link below or scan the QR code.
Thanks, Ritual, for sponsoring this episode.
Another little nugget that came out of the Tesla earnings call, Tesla gave a record number of self-service test drives.
Now, I think Tesla's self-test drive is something that has been largely undervalued and honestly overlooked by most people. A self-test drive means that Tesla can find out where there's potential demand for their vehicles and then just drop off some Model Ys and 3s in that place, and then customers can sign up to test drive them on their app. No Tesla employees needed.
And soon, the cars will be able to drive themselves from town to town.
Right. And Tesla doesn't need to build showrooms to do this. Anywhere the car ends up is the showroom. Like these Teslas waiting to be driven here in Spindlov, Milin in Czech Republic. Did I say that right, Czechs? Let us know down below. Now, remember last week, Jesse, when we reported on that guy in Minnesota who vandalized 6 Teslas?
Yeah, he worked for the Minnesota state government, right? And caused $20,000 worth of damage. And they arrested him, right?
Oh, yeah. They arrested him, 33-year-old Dylan Bryan Adams, for keying half a dozen Teslas while walking his dog.
Hon, have you seen my keys?
Why do you need your keys if you're just walking the dog?
Oh, no reason.
And they got plenty of footage proving that he did it, but the Minnesota district attorney has let him off.
What?
What?
Yeah, Mary Moriarty, Minnesota's county attorney for Hennepin County, has decided that he shouldn't be charged with anything. Isn't that weird?
What?
What?
I mean, he only did it 6 times. It could have been an accident.
What?
What?
Yeah,
What? How is this the system that we have?
I don't know.
It's what? What?
What?
All right, how about some SpaceX news? Elon posted Starlink now available in over 120 countries.
Starlink posted Starlink's high-speed, low-latency internet is now available in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Where is that?
It's in the ocean.
Tuntiak Katan, president of the Ikium Foundation, which is in the Ecuadorian Amazon rainforest, just installed solar panels to power Starlink at the Ikium Ecological Reserve. He said, "We will continue expanding these spaces to provide education and training opportunities for the children and youth of our communities who will join this cause."
And so you can help support their work by going to their website here.
Isn't that cool? Put a little solar panel up and it just keeps on working. We know that's true because we have one working right on our solar trailer. We've been testing it for the past week. Haven't touched it. It's been working nonstop off of solar.
Yeah.
It's so cool. All right, it's time for Into the Future, sponsored by our friends at Henson Shaving.
You know what else just keeps working and working? And you actually don't even need sunlight. The Henson Razor. This is something you're probably going to hand down to your grandkids. It's pretty much the best razor in the world. And you can get 100 blades, which is probably going to get you well over a year of shaving if you use our code Now You Know at checkout.
Escape into the future.
Tesla AI posted, FSD supervised ride-hailing service is live for an early set of employees in Austin and San Francisco Bay Area. We've completed over 1,500 trips and 15,000 miles of driving.
This service helps us develop and validate FSD networks, the mobile app, vehicle allocation, mission control, and remote assistance operations.
I think it's amazing how good Tesla is at keeping the lid on what's going on, because with most other companies by now, we would have had leaks and we would have known what's going on. But only when Tesla releases a video like this do we get to see that. I think the reason why Elon was so sure during the earnings call that everything's going on schedule for release of Robotaxi in Austin in June is because they're busy testing it. We have an editor who lives in Austin, and he was telling us that like he's seen nothing but new Model Ys just going from Giga, Texas to the city and back, more than he sees old Model Ys.
And he was like, that doesn't make any sense, like statistically. And that's because, yeah, they're owned by Tesla. Like, people will talk to me who know like even a little bit about full self-driving, and they're just like, well, but I mean, you know, how would it work? How is it actually going to work? And, you know, they're just relying on people's data from the cars. And it's like, they've gotten billions of miles of driving data, yes, from people's actual owned cars. They've been testing this out with safety drivers, so it just looks like any other Model Y out on the road. And it's like, you didn't know this was happening, but of course they were doing this. Why do you think they're so confident?
All right, it's time for video contributor stories. Remember, send them in to us at hello@nowyouknowchannel.com. What do we got this week, Jess?
Watch how Ishay's Model Y handles this in FSD. So you can see the bike.
Okay.
You see this guy, he's got his blinker on. He's going to take the space. We get over. This guy got his blinker on. We get over. You got the bicyclist here. We get over.
Wow. I got to tell you, if I was driving that, I would have just slowed down and let everything happen because I would have been so overwhelmed. There was so much going on there.
I know. I think he had it in a hurry. So obviously it's hurrying.
Wow.
But it's like,
And it did it safely.
it did it safely. There's a bicyclist. There's people turning.
And I get it. If you're watching this now, you're like, so someone just drove to work. No, the car did that.
The car did that.
Ishay, thank you so much for sharing that with us. I think it's really important for people to see these videos over and over because I don't think it's one of those things you get the first time.
With that point,
Yeah.
here's another one. This is Vishnu's Tesla Model Y. So we're driving through a construction zone.
Okay. Oh, wow. Got to go around into the opposite lane.
This is in full self-driving.
Again, these are things that are hard for drivers because they're like, what, am I supposed to be doing this right now?
Exactly.
Well done.
Then I bet you weren't expecting this one.
Looks like an easy country. What's that?
That was an iguana.
It went around an iguana?
Why'd the iguana cross the road? That's a tricky one. And then this last one from Vishnu's Tesla that wasn't in FSD, but you do have to just see it.
That's an edge case right there.
That's an edge case. Tesla
What
is
if
using
there's a
that
golf
data.
cart being led by a mouse? Thanks a lot, Vishnu, for sending those in. That's great.
And finally, we have Stan's Model Y.
Okay.
Let's see if you can spot what it does. So just kind of a dark country road when all of a sudden, do you see it slam on the brakes? Do you see how much dip it had?
Oh my God, that could have very easily been a deer kill.
That would have been expensive.
I mean, your friend just hit a deer and it just almost totaled his Tesla.
Yeah, it was luckily insurance covered
and he wasn't into FSD.
Yeah, luckily insurance covered his car, but it was $12,000 in repairs.
Wow. So that was a $12,000 savings right there.
You just, FSD just paid for itself.
Wow. And that deer gets to go on for another day at
Another
least.
season, yeah.
Thank you so much for sending those in. Remember, send them to us at hello@nowyouknowchannel.com because we love to share your video contributor stories. All right, it's time for our Patreon bonus stories. We're going to be talking about the earnings call and something that Fred did.
Join us over on patreon.com/nowyouknow. You can support us for as little as $1 a month and get access to our Patreon bonus stories. There's lots of other perks over there, so go check them out and help support this show.
All right, we're back from our Patreon bonus stories. It's time for community mail time.
Community mail time.
So Chance spotted this in Houston, Texas.
Was that say Tedrick the Goat? Am I supposed to know what that is?
That's Tedrick the Goat, apparently. I did Google him, and he has an entire fleet of cars that just say Tedrick the Goat on them.
Awesome.
I don't know what he does, but
He's the goat. Douglas in Toronto spotted this BMW iX. Haven't seen many of those.
no. Steven spotted these new Model Ys heading up to Oregon.
Brian spotted a different truck with Model Ys heading out from the Fremont factory.
Rob spotted this Tron Cybertruck.
Nice. Do you think it plays the Tron soundtrack?
You can set it to the lock sound, right? And Tim found where the Cybertruck design came from.
Is that a Dutch clog?
Yep, and look at that. I guess when you start making a clog, you start out with a little wooden Cybertruck.
Oh, that's the progression of how you make it?
Yeah, so you start out with a wooden Cybertruck, and then you make a clog.
Do you think that when Elon was little in South Africa and one day they were like, kids, we're going to make clogs today, and he started making one and like that stuck in his head?
It could be. It also could be that the Cybercab is actually going to look like a wooden clog.
Good. Suzanne and Ed bumped into a Hummer driver who had never even seen another Hummer, and a Lucid driver who thought she was driving using Tesla's FSD because that's what they told her.
So, discerning car buyers out
hang
there.
on.
Yeah. mhm.
Hang on, I'm sorry. She was driving a Lucid,
So, like $120,000-ish
Okay.
starting price.
and she thought that Lucid installed Tesla FSD into their cars.
Well, that's what they told her.
At the dealership, they're like, yeah, it's got everything. It's like Tesla FSD.
I didn't know they had a dealership. I mean, I don't know where this lady thought that.
They have showrooms.
Okay. And they said, yeah, it's got Tesla FSD in it.
Well, I heard
Please buy the car.
I heard they had hired Vinny Bamboozolini to work there. Doug spotted this Audi e-tron in Ontario. Guess how much it costs?
$96,000.
Is that Canadian?
Oh, 110?
166,000 Canadian. Now, for comparison, a Model Y long range costs 69.9 Canadian dollars.
So you could get like
To get 2.5.
2.5 Model Ys. I don't know.
Comment below what you would like to
To
get.
each their own. Rob spotted this Cyber Beast in Beaver, Utah.
Nice. And Clay spotted this U.S. Forestry Service Ford Lightning. Nice.
Thank you so much for sharing Community Mail Time with us. If you want to share your stories, pictures, and videos with us, again, it's hello@nowyouknowchannel.com.
We'll see you guys on Sunday.
Now you know.